Good morning, Downtown STEM Academy. If you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Downtown STEM Academy. I'm here today with Oliver and John Reed. I hope all of you have been enjoying the Spirit Week, and today's the big day, STEM Powder Puff 2015.
Thanks, Vic. And in honor of today's festivities, we have brought in senior coach Liam Segarian and junior coach Michael Evans to the show. Guys, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Now to start off the questioning, I have a question for Liam. The seniors have never lost to the freshmen, but the poll launched by STEM Sports had the freshmen getting a much higher percentage of votes than expected, at 38%, thinking that they can take this first-round matchup. How confident are you in your team in this tougher-than-usual first-round matchup?
Well, I really wouldn't say it's tougher than usual. As reports last night, freshmen did lose two of their weapon players. But even if they still had them, you've heard of the three-headed offensive dynamo. When we come at you with a five-headed offensive dynamo, led by Hannah Suplee, Laura Oshner, Brittany Wiederhold, Olivia Orris, and Amanda Caruso, with a stark offensive line that's the strongest it's ever been. Not to mention our defense, top-notch, led by Captain Michaela Riddick, finishing up with the line of JoJo DeStefano, Claire Foster, and Bridget Delaney, linebackers Abby Moyer, Shannon Morrell, cornerbacks Issa Remmer, Sakura, Becca Inzer, and safety Courtney Beers. There's really no shot for the freshmen anyway.
Liam, the lack of school spirit on the part of the juniors has been astonishing in the past years. Last year, the sophomore cheerleaders destroyed the junior cheerleaders. To what extent has your grade school spirit increased, and what factors have influenced this?
Well, Oliver, great question. There's no doubt we have a chip on our shoulder after last year's no-show and the sophomores' domination of our cheerleading that weren't there. So I think that motivated us this year. Not only do we have the best coaching staff and the best players, we have the best cheerleading choreographers led by Leah Caggiano, Tori Korber, and Ava Vora this year. Flyer, twins, Nelson and Caleb Shook, and Panther Grouper will be making an appearance for the senior cheerleaders.
All right, that's good. All right, now we have a question from Mike. Mike, after interviewing members of your team, your starting quarterback, Emily Pfeiffer, firmly believes you guys will win, despite your 0-2 record. She stated that the sophomores, quote, suck, with many of your contemporaries questioning your play calling and inability to show up to Sunday night's practice. Why do you think the juniors will prevail against the sophomores? Keep in mind the poll we tweeted out ended in a 50-50 split over who will win.
Well, John, I would definitely say that we have the experience over the sophomores. We've already played 2 Thursday night games. Freshman year, good showing against the seniors, closest game ever. We were yards away from making it a 1-touchdown game. Last year, devastating overtime loss that we're definitely looking to seek some revenge on. So I would say that we're ready to go this year. We've practiced a lot. Last night's scrimmage, we definitely looked good, and we could run the ball a lot. We could throw the ball. So we're ready to go.
All right, Mike, after 2 humiliating performances for the coaching staff and the players in the past 2 years, what have you been doing differently this year in order to avoid another embarrassment? Just in case you haven't heard, the commissioner has stated that there's a great probability that you will lose your job if this losing streak continues.
There's definitely a lot of pressure on getting a win tonight. But we've worked on discipline this year. Last year, an obvious problem was fumbling the ball. Way too many of those. This year, we'll definitely be a lot stricter with enforcing penalties within our own team for fumbling the ball. People will not be playing if they continue to fumble the ball.
Mike, don't you think that a large amount of the blame for last year's loss could be handed on you, considering that you did not teach your team how to correctly hand the ball off?
I'll take all the blame for last year's loss.
All right, last question for today. Now, Mike, the current sophomores feel very strongly that they will take this first-round matchup behind their, quote, Legion of Boom defense. Clearly, they don't take your offense very seriously. How is the offense looking for tonight's big game? You do have Emily Pfeiffer, who leads Powder Puff history in passing yards.
Well, clearly they didn't see our scrimmage yesterday when we put up 4 touchdowns against the freshman team that they had a 3-point game against. So I think that says a lot right there. I'm not worried about the sophomores.
All right. Thank you guys for being here. And that is all we have for today's STEM Academy. On behalf of everyone at STEM Sports, I would once again like to thank Liam and Mike for joining us. Gentlemen, best of luck tonight in the Powder Puff game.
Thanks,
Thank you.
John.
Stay frosty, STEM Academy.